Right, today we are going to do a lesson about direct and indirect speech. This is a question that is virtually in every paper that you will write from grade 8 to grade 12. And it is amazing how many mistakes we still make when we have to do this. So I'm going to take you through the steps of doing direct and indirect speech, and we will start with a direct speech. If you look at direct speech, you will see in direct speech we use the exact words of the speaker. Those words are indicated by inverted commas, those commas that you are familiar with. And we use a new paragraph every time we introduce a new speaker. In a cartoon, which you frequently get, the words are written in a speech bubble. This is a cartoon of Blondie and Dagwood, and Blondie says, "Let's go, honey, we need to find a hall for our anniversary party." And Dagwood, lazy as he is, replies, "Why not have the party right here?" She says, "All right, but it means painting the house and buying new carpets, drapes and furniture." He immediately responds and says, "Okay, where's the first hall on your list?" So he's obviously not going to paint the house, buy new curtains and new furniture. But if we now study the direct speech, which we have just seen in the speech bubble, if you just take it down. Right, we can see that we basically have two parts. We have a clause containing an introductory verb such as says or asks, and that also indicates a speaker. Blondie says, and then the direct speech, "Let's go, honey, we need to find a hall for our anniversary party." The introductory verb, when we write the sentence out, is always followed by a comma. So we have Blondie says, comma, inverted commas, "Let's go, honey, we need to find a hall for our anniversary party," and we close the inverted commas. Dagwood asks, "Why not have the party right here?" The actual words that are spoken, like we see in the speech bubble over there, are enclosed in the quotation marks. Every time we refer to somebody speaking directly and we use the exact words, we use the inverted commas. Right, the first word starts with a capital letter. If we look at our sentence, it's Dagwood asks, comma, inverted commas, okay, and the okay is written with a capital. Where's the first hall on your list? If we want to change the word order, we can also place the introductory verb after the actual words. For example, okay, where's the first hall on your list? Asks Dagwood. Right. It can also be placed in the middle of a sentence. "All right," replies Blondie, "but it means painting the house and buying new carpets, drapes and furniture." So you can use either the beginning or the middle, or at the end of the actual sentence you can put the introductory verb there. It doesn't matter as long as your word order makes sense. Right, the second part of the sentence, when we put it in the middle, is called the follow-on sentence, and it does not start with a capital letter. It is still part of the first part of the sentence. "All right," and then we interrupt, replies Blondie, "but it means painting the house and buying new carpets, drapes and furniture." So you will see that "but" doesn't have a capital, it's just a continuation of the first sentence. Now, the part of this you are more often asked to give an example of is the indirect or reported speech. We use both terms, and any one of them can be used in a test paper or in the exam. There are many changes which we make when we convert a sentence from direct to indirect speech. We have to look at all of these: the punctuation, pronouns, the introductory verb and the use of that, question words, the tenses of the introductory verb and the following sentence, adverbs of time, commands and exclamations. So let's start with punctuation. When you have to put a sentence into indirect speech, the first thing you have to do is to remove the inverted commas, the question marks and the capital of the first word if it is not a proper noun. A proper noun would be like the name of a person, the name of a town or a city. Those are examples of proper nouns. Here we see Blondie says, let's go honey, we need to find a hall for our anniversary party. If we put that into reported speech, Blondie said that they should go, they needed to find a hall for their anniversary party. You will see we have removed the inverted commas. There's no other thing except the full stop at the end and the commas in the sentence. None of the punctuation marks are left, the inverted commas, or if there were a question mark or an exclamation mark, that would also be removed. Then we have a change in the pronoun. In this example, we have we that changes to they. So the first person has to be changed to the third person. We won't use I, we would, for example, say he or she. The introductory verb is followed by that. The function of the that is to link the introductory verb and the speaker's words. Here we see Blondie said that they should go. The that is not compulsory, but sometimes it helps with the flow of the sentence. So you will have to use your judgment there. Sometimes the that may be superfluous, but in most cases we can still apply the that, and it just forms a link between the speaker and what they said. In this case, like we said, Blondie said that they should go. They need to find. Blondie said that they should go. They needed to find a hall for their anniversary party. If we are dealing with a question, we insert a question verb such as asked, inquired, or questioned. If the first word of a question is a question word, we use this word as a connecting word, for example, who, what, when, where, why, or how. Right, if we look at our sentence, we will see our sentence is in the present tense. Dagwood asks, okay, where's the first hall on your list? If we change that into the reported speech and we use the past tense, we say Dagwood asked where the first hall on her list was. You will see that we have a question word there, and we used exactly the same word in our reported speech format. If the introductory verb is in the present tense, we report the speech as if it has just been said. Dagwood asks where the first hall on her list is. Right, if it is in the past tense we have to change it one tense back. So present would become past tense. Past tense would become past perfect, for example. Right, if the introductory verb is in the past tense and what is reported has already occurred, report the spoken words in the past tense by putting them one tense further in the past. Like we said, the past would then become the past perfect, or present tense, for example, would change to past tense. Now remember the changes in adverbs. You're all familiar with this. You can say the list, but you seldom use it. But you have to use it when you are busy with reported speech. Here changes to there. This changes to that. Now becomes then. Today, that day. Yesterday, the previous day or the day before. The day before yesterday becomes 2 days ago. Tomorrow we call the following day. And the day after tomorrow we say in 2 days' time. Sentence is a command. Similar to when we had a question, we can use, for example, the word ordered as the introductory verb. We also have exclamations. In the direct speech, if we use words like ouch and while, for example, we may not use those words in the reported speech. Then we have to change it to a verb that describes the action. We use a descriptive phrase such as screamed in pain instead of ouch, and while, for example, if somebody shouted with joy or was amazed or something like that. So we have to look at what the nature of the sentence is, whether it's a question, a command, or an exclamation. And then we have to adjust the verb to suit the exclamation or the question or the command. Now this in a nutshell is the changes you have to make when you have to do the direct and indirect speech. You will find several examples, and if you follow these steps, you basically can't make a mistake. The main thing is to go through all the steps required, make the necessary changes, and then you won't have problems with the direct and indirect speech again.